Hey folks, welcome back to Highway Blossoms. So yeah, I open the thing, I'm all like, whoa, where's the shit? Marina peeks over, trying to decipher the entries with me. A speck of inadequacy crawls up inside me and I quickly flip to the next entry before Marina notices I'm stuck. I'll deal with that later. For now, we'll just narrow this down. Here we go, Prospector Man. Much has happened since my last entry, so let me waste no time in beginning. Yahoo, it's gold! As I mentioned previously, I'd begun to develop a cough of sorts during my travels. Sounded like during that time, I thought nothing of it. Just a result of being overexposed to the elements. After all, a handsomely rugged and worldly man such as myself should be used to such things. But I digress. Unfortunately, the more I continued under the blazing sun, the more my condition worsened, till finally my body gave out. The last thing I remember is falling off my steed. Sometime later, I awoke next to a fire with my horse nearby. I myself... Well, almost had a hot snack there. Could not move as I was held down by illness and sweat. But I was reassured by a man sitting across from me. Upon further inspection, I realized he was a native of this land. I had several... Oh gosh, I'm on the verge of throwing up. I had several encounters with people of his sort during my time on the wagon trail, so naturally I was suspicious and fearful for the remainder of my gold. However, the man said he had no interest in such things. Dry, quiet fellow. Man told me his name was Lamasi and that he was I was in the canyon his people occupied, although they had been driven to a different segment of it some years back. His English was quite fluent, and when I inquired, he said he had learned it from settlers as a boy. Over the next several days, Lamasi and I would nurse me back to health. We would never stray too far, as he preferred looking over his estranged tribe from a distance, but I was able to explore portions of his home. Eventually, I stumbled upon a long ruined home built into a cave on the side of the mountain. Yahoo, gold! According to Lamasi, there are many like it, but they originally belonged to enemies of his ancestors. It was then I realized where I would leave the next portion of my bounty. Oh, God damn it. I'm so sick of... On my last day with him, I informed Lamasi of my plans. I'm sorry, I'm butchering it. Lamasi of my plans, where he casually promised to guard it for me until I returned. But before I left, he pointed me in the direction of a sacred landmark, one so giant and huge it would simultaneously be a conspicuous and inconspicuous hiding place. With that knowledge, I bid farewell to my new friend and trusted the gold in his care. Perhaps I will reward him with some of it on the return trip. Finally, you're my llama, see, Amber. Suddenly, my chest feels like a hummingbird is fluttering around in it. I shift my eyes away from her smile and hide my face. But thanks. When you strip away the circumstances, I guess I did save and protect her from that, like you did with the miner. A gorgeous like a canyon, right? Marina leans in closer and points to the entry. Strands of her soft hair tickling my cheek. I scoot back and power through it, taking a sharp breath to recollect myself. Basically, yeah. She's so gay, dude. Oh, finally I got that gas out of my stomach without barfing. Oh. Marina nearly springs out of her seat in a burst of realization, her head an inch away from smacking into the ceiling. Oh my God. Does that mean we get to go to the Grand Canyon? Do we get to go to the Grand Canyon, Amber? Not unless history decides to rewrite itself. There are lots of canyons with ruins. One of them is the Grand Canyon, but most of them have been cleaned out for hundreds of years. I choked down a groan. Indian ruins aren't exactly rarities around here. Maybe that under entry wasn't so bad after all. So we're looking for a place that was still being used in the 1850s. Marina hunkers down and thinks with me, wrinkles forming on her forehead as she tries to strain out an answer. I'm pretty sure she doesn't even know where to start. But hey, at least she's trying. Oh, there is one place. Marina hardly gets a breath out before I crush her dreams once again. Not the Grand Canyon. She slinks back into her chair and quietly pouts. It's still in Arizona, but it's a different place, Canyon de Chelly. The Navajo weren't chased out until 1863, so the timing isn't too screwy. The place is loaded with ruins, too. Oh, are they Puebloan ruins? My flow of information stops. She knows what I'm talking about. And she can actually pronounce it? Yeah. I'm surprised you know that. Yep, I've been reading some of those travel guides lying around. Super interesting. Those things must be about as old as I am by now. I didn't have the heart to throw them away when I was cleaning everything out. Hey, that's how I did it. It's the best way to learn. Anyway, Canyon de Chelly is pretty, or Shelley, or whatever the fuck. I've never been there. Gold is pretty damn close to here. She gasps. So I might have lined up with the route he took. Well, I can't be 100% positive, but I close my eyes and snap the book shut, the air between the pages puffing out at us. Then, with one eye open, I shoot Marina a grin. I'm pretty sure. Arizona's highways are infamously boring. Nothing but hills. Up, down, down. There's nothing interesting to look at. Both sides of the road, smothered in nondescript shrubs. It's the part of the country where you just zone out and drive on autopilot. I don't even know what I was trying to say. I know what I was trying to say. I just didn't know what the fuck I was saying. When we finally see a sign for the town of Chinle right next to the canyon, it feels like we're approaching the promised land. Marina looks up from the book she's reading just in time to miss the sign. Was that it? Are we there yet? Nah, 40 miles to go still, so like about half an hour. She makes us sound like a popped balloon and goes back to reading. We take an exit with a tiny excuse for a town, one of those places that has a gas station and a few old houses. It's like in Monopoly, where you buy up all the property you can, even though it's not that great. This is it? Marina repeats her earlier question as I slow down to turn left. Nope, almost. I don't even know what this place is called. She makes the popped balloon noise again, but leaves the book closed. We have finally reached Chinle. It's pretty obvious. It's the first real town we've seen in hours. The outskirts are industrial, dominated by what I assume are factories. A pair of stray dogs lope along the side of the road, hungry and lean. Marina makes a sound of sympathy, pressing her face against the glass as we pass them. Hey, Amber? We're not getting a dog. But they're so cute! We could dress them up in a bandana and... No way. I've never gotten why people want to dress up their pets like people. It's cute. Marina pouts. I figured she was just joking, but she didn't actually think I would let her get a dog, right? It seems that all is forgiven by the time I pull into a gas station. She's bouncing in her seat with the usual enthusiasm. Or maybe it's her bladder. My second guess must have been correct, because as soon as I shut off the engine, she darts out of the RV and into the store. While she does that, I fuel up. No telling when we'll see the next gas station. Could be 100 miles, and this thing drinks gasoline like a thirsty dog drinks water. By the time I finish, Marina still isn't back, so I lock up and head inside. The store is devoid of other customers. It's unremarkable, with the usual selection of candy, chips, and overpriced beef jerky. I'm not hungry. I'm just passing time. Soon Marina trots out of the bathroom, glancing around. She spots me and heads over. Want anything? Duh. Let's see. I leave her to agonize over the candy bars while I flip through some of the travel brochures beneath the window. There are a couple about Canyon de Chelly, which is our destination just up the road. But there are flyers for other Arizona attractions too, including the non-local ones. Of course, there are a few brochures for the Grand Canyon, plus a couple must-see sites in Phoenix, the capital. There's even an ad for a novelty just called The Thing in Tucson, but that's far out of our way. Okay, I'm ready. I turn around. Marina has a couple king-size candy bars in her hands and a large bottle of Coke tucked under her arm. Ah, yes, the proper choice. Go for the Coke. You seriously need all that? I thought we could share. She gives me her best offended puppy impression. Fine. I still don't want anything, but I can't say no to that. Here, I'm going to use the bathroom too. Meet you at the car. I place my wallet atop the pallet of candy she's carrying and send her towards the attendant. When I come back out of the bathroom, Marina's still talking to the clerk. There's a bag in her hand, so she must have already finished paying and gotten distracted talking. I join the two of them. Closed off, so only the guided tours are open right now. Marina looks like she's seen a ghost. What's up? I take my wallet from where it's sitting, just forgotten on the counter. I was just asking about the canyon and the tours and stuff. The clerk nods. Yep. I was saying how if you're here to sightsee, you might have some trouble. A lot of it's closed off because of all the kids coming and causing trouble looking for treasure. Damn. Not surprised, but that's frustrating. What isn't closed off? Well, there are still some tours you can go on, most of them, I think, but you can't do the self-guided ones. Marina looks at me, eyes wide. Clearly she's expecting some solution from me. I just smile at the attendant. Got it, thank you. And lead a dumbstruck Marina out of the store. As I unlock the RV, Marina prances around me. And I'll go prancing to the next episode, yeah. Yeah, there's a reason I don't do serious segues. I don't give a shit. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope to catch you next time. See ya.